Okay, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of WrestleSlam, the podcast brought to you by the Casino Cork City. And it is the first episode of 2025. That makes us a lot older. We've been doing this a long time, and it's Ireland's longest running wrestling podcast. And as always, we're joined by the one and only Phil Connolly and the one and only Matthew Murphy. And the date, it's historic. Obviously, we record this every Monday. The show goes out every Tuesday at 8 p.m. But tonight will be the night where Raw, WWE will be on Netflix. It is groundbreaking for fans all across the world. It's a sad end to, having wrestling on satellite TV, I suppose, in a sense. We all kind of grew up watching it on Sky Sports and obviously then TNT the last couple of years. But it's groundbreaking. It's going to be a game changer. They reckon there's going to be a lot of debuts tonight. We're going to see The Rock, John Cena perhaps on Raw as well. Tickets being confirmed, both will be in attendance and on screen. So first of all, Phil, I'm going to go to you, my man. Happy New Year, first of all, to you, brother. But it's historic. We've all been watching wrestling since we're little kids. And it's on Netflix tonight, I suppose. The only concern for us, really, Phil, is that we hope it doesn't buffer.
Apparently the football was okay over Christmas. So yeah. I think it should be okay. I think there's a lot of American football. I don't really watch it myself, but I was keeping an eye on it just in case because of the exact thing you just said about the buffing. And it seemed to go okay. So the only other thing about this was nobody knows how long it is. It's weird.
Well, they probably have no cutoff point, do they, Matt?
They have no cutoff point. None.
No, not that I know of anywhere. I think it's not realised it, but I think they're still going to reach the 2 or 3 hour mark. I feel like anyway.
And there's a lot on it. If you go through the whole thing, there's so much on it.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably different, I'd say, tonight. We'll see a lot of stuff.
I want to see a whole new presentation. I want to see a whole new entrance and everything. They definitely have a new song anyway, for sure.
It's all been a bit tight-lipped, is it? I think it's all kind of kept under the wraps what we can expect.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think so. They're kind of being distant, but not being distant at the same time. We know the matches. We know that's on Netflix, and that's about it. It's like, but I think that's kind of like the glory of it, just to watch Raw and just see for yourself. Kind of, I think that's what they're playing for it.
Yeah, there's also talk of Becky Lynch returning as well.
Yeah. And what's that guy from All Elite or from Lucha?
Jr., yeah.
He's supposed to debut. Is he the guy with that mask? He is, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's going to debut as Rey Mysterio's tag partner.
As it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he All Elite or?
He was, yeah, but they were treated really badly. Lads, we have to do that AEW video because it's somehow gotten even worse since we were on. Oh, lads, like that stuff with John Moxley and all the kidnapping stuff was horrendous. Like, I know someone probably enjoyed it, but what enjoyment is there? John Moxley, also as well, they're like his favorite tag team he's ever had. He said that before. The Rock and Roll Express were kidnapped by John Moxley on the last Rampage. Was it the last Rampage? Or Collision, one of those.
Did he actually kidnap the Rock and Roll Express?
Yeah, and he taped them up and he held them hostage, and it was just this is ridiculous. He left WWE for stuff like this, and this is just so bad. It's so poor, and I don't even want to go. We'll do it because we promised we would.
No, ask you a quick question though. Just a quick question, Phil. Right? Yeah. Do you reckon All Elite makes it to 2026?
Oh, they will because of the deal they just signed.
How long was that deal?
Oh, it's brand new, so it's probably 3-4 years. They only signed it, and I think the first episode was on Max last week. I'm going to leave it with one thing, and this is an AEW for now because I don't want to go into it too long. What are they doing with Edge's name change?
Yeah, are they actually doing that? Is it rated R?
It's legit because he actually trademarked it. He has the picture of him holding the trademark.
Jesus, man, Mother of Joseph Christ Almighty! Oh my God!
Like,
I honestly saw that, and I honestly thought somebody made a mistake, a meme. I thought it was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be Cope because Copeland.
wow.
No, no, AEW, Tony, you need to change it. No one's taking that seriously.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
I don't know.
I
we
mean,
there's a whole video on that because that's just mental.
yeah, we're gonna have a video about that, but I'll discuss it more. But again, I'm not loving the AEW product at the moment, but I feel like there's just so much improvement that being made, but that'll be discussed another time. But look, WWE is on Netflix, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously, look, we know planned for tonight, obviously,
That
Punk and
Rollins.
Seth Rollins. They're going to go to war on the debut tonight. We know Roman Reigns to engage with Solo, Liv Morgan to defend her title against Rhea Ripley. Cena's to make his first stop on the farewell tour tonight on Raw.
He'll declare that he'll in the
Um,
Royal Rumble as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
obviously they've announced officially that Saudi are to host the 2026 Royal Rumble, which I'm baffled by.
Money
Baffled.
talks. Money talks is all I can say there.
It definitely talks, but I'm absolutely baffled by it, to be honest, guys. I won't lie.
Like, why can't that
Um,
be in Wembley? Do you know what I mean?
well, yeah, not going to give us a WrestleMania. Do it in London, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's kind of
Look at all the
like
European fans that travel, Matt. Look at all the European fans that travel the world to
yeah.
go to WrestleManias.
I mean, like it's been teased so many times that like even John Cena even teased having a WrestleMania in the UK.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
WWE
we
Triple
were
H.
there and the pop was gigantic.
Mm.
Like even Triple H knows how dedicated UK fans are traveling all the way. Again, I can't complain too much, but I just don't understand why Saudi, because I think it's about time we need to have it like coming towards our area, like especially a big event like Royal Rumble.
I wouldn't even
Mm.
mind a Royal Rumble in Germany or somewhere like that. Like, it doesn't have to be England or UK, just Europe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't. I know we're on about the Rumble here. I couldn't see the Rumble be anywhere else, only I suppose London.
Yeah,
Maybe Manchester, that new
yeah.
co-op arena. But like they need to have a Rumble. Do we get 2027 in London? Like I'd like if they told us now that the next Royal Rumble, obviously we know Saudi's the one after this one.
Yeah.
If they told us the Rumble is in London in 2027, that way then you could book hotels, you could fucking you
Yeah,
could
you could
plan
even
it,
save
you
up
could
and stuff like
save,
that. Yeah, exactly.
you know.
Yeah, no, you're right.
yeah,
Spot on. Even though, like, they've entered a point now where Netflix, obviously, we're on about that now, that's starting tonight.
Yeah.
They're making
yeah.
so much money that they don't even need to do house shows anymore.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be clear. No,
Yeah,
that
there's no more house shows. Well, not till March anyway, is what I read.
Mm.
wow. I thought that house shows keep going. I knew that they were cutting back on like traveling, but I didn't know it was actually cutting back.
Yeah, I know they are, to be fair.
Interesting. I know the answer. Any persuasion to stay up tonight and watch it live, or is it just look work tomorrow and that's that?
Uh, I'll see, but yeah, it's just, there's going to be ad breaks.
Mm.
Yeah,
That,
I'm
that kills it for me.
same as Phil, unfortunately. Like, I think, because I'm going to be honest, lads, and everyone's going to call me out, but like, but you're a podcast, it makes no sense. I don't think I've seen an episode of SmackDown or Raw in so long. I think that's better for having on Netflix. I'm like,
Not in
oh,
full,
okay.
not in full anyway.
Not in full
I'm,
anyway,
I'm
thank
the
you.
same. I'm
Yeah.
the same,
Uh,
man. I'll put my shield down, and I'll say I used to watch Raw all the time live when I had a certain job. I used to work nights, and
Yeah.
I'd watch it, but like I don't have the energy to stay up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, knowing I'm working the next morning. You know.
Yeah. It's just a
yeah,
mental thing in your own head that you know yourself. But
Yeah.
I will say one thing though. I actually did watch all of SmackDown Live last week, Friday night. Um, Mainly because I just kind of wanted to see what was going to go down, and also it's the end of an era with no more. It won't be on TV anymore. It was kind of it just kind of felt nice to watch it finally on. support moves. And it actually wasn't too bad. I actually quite liked it. I'm not gonna lie, it was good.
Do you like?
SmackDown was quite good, and the thing that stood out to me about it was the blue. Did you see the blue mat now?
Yeah, a lot of people's gonna complain about that, but I was like, nah, it's gonna grow on me. It's
But
gonna
Raw's
grow
gonna
on
have
me.
a red mat apparently
Yeah,
from
It's
tonight.
interesting. What about Tiffany becoming champ?
It's the right time because I don't think WrestleMania they didn't want to cash in at WrestleMania.
yeah. Uh,
It's the
yeah,
right
I
time.
kind of like it. I feel I know a lot of people was complaining about. Oh, she doesn't look right as going to be champion. No, she'll make it work. Tiffany will make it work.
Right.
Part of me is thinking that she will drop it at Royal Rumble. I feel like it, but
What happened?
hold on.
Knowing if I really, really hope that they don't have Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. I really, really.
Well,
It's not going to be the
I
match.
won't be surprised if Charlotte came back tonight as well, guys. They're kind of teasing that down over the last few days.
Yeah, Sharon and
Yeah.
Becky are 100% coming back, but who in the next few weeks?
Going back on Rhea Ripley now, but me and Phil actually said this about now. Rhea Ripley clearly had a great year, and she had a great 2023. I feel like me and Phil talked about this. I feel like not like discard her, like toss her aside. I feel like they need to take it easy on Rhea Ripley now. Maybe have a focus on the tag titles, like on the mid card at the moment, with the women's division coming up now. So I feel like they shouldn't overdo her at this point now. But that's my opinion randomly on Rhea Ripley. But yeah, there's so many possibilities who's going to come back to the Royal Rumble lads.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
no, it's going to be good.
Was it?
Yeah, no, it's going to be good.
Yeah, no. I was going to say, speaking of women's belts, since we last did the podcast, they introduced the IC belt for the women, um, which is a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, are we going to have an Irish woman crowned the first ever women's
Tonight, isn't it,
IC
the match?
champ?
It is tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently there was news there just broke there a second ago.
What was
Remember,
that?
like last week they were saying SmackDown's going to 3 hours last week.
Mm.
Triple H now said that SmackDown will be going back to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Weird. Why would they?
Yeah.
Why would they announce that and then now they're saying they're going back to 2?
Mm. I think they're undecided. There's too many people there. I just want to clarify something as well. That we were on about this a while back, but from what I'm aware of, Raw's on Netflix, SmackDown is on USA television still.
In America, yeah, but over here it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's
and it's weird because in Germany the WWE network is going for another year.
Yeah, strange. Obviously, the Rumble's on Peacock, so it'll be Netflix here as well.
Yeah. But the Netflix will take over in a year, I think, in America. I think the Peacock deal is almost up.
Yeah. Interesting.
Happen. I think it's all going to be on Netflix. The only thing is there's a lot missing on Netflix for the archive stuff. There's a lot.
The mainstream shows and all that, yeah.
There's like 200 Raws out of like 1,800 Raws. Do you know that's that bad?
Yeah.
I think because I was watching I'm watching a Netflix show at the moment, and whenever it's going up on the loading screen, all that came up was WWE, like constant pay-per-views, content, all that. So I was like thinking non-wrestling fans might get a bit annoyed seeing just like random as that. Oh yeah, WWE is coming up. So I was like,
there is a rumor I heard today that last night that I think could be a really cool idea for the Bloodline.
What's that?
The Rock, he's going to be on it today. That he's going to be like the High Chief in a tribute to his dad. So he's going to be the High Chief, the Rocky. I actually think he should go back to Rocky Maivia if he's going to do that.
Think
he actually might do it, Sally.
Apparently, he's going to be the High Chief of the Bloodline, and I don't know when it's starting. It's very soon.
Yeah, I see the Rock in the Rumble. I do.
Me too, actually. And if it was me, because I know people hate him right now, I would have him enter as a controversial number 31. Just because
Yeah, and
I
just
own the place. You're all cunts and all that kind of shit. You know, I didn't mean that word, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Philip.
Philip Conley.
Yeah, you
No,
know what I
I
mean.
get it.
Yeah.
He's linked. I think he's rumored to be number 30, but number 31 would be interesting. And the talk Cena's going to throw him out then.
Yeah, Cena's.
Yeah,
I think John Cena's my pick right now.
yeah, because let's be honest, if The Rock wins this one, there's going to be a lot of people pretty pissed off about that decision.
Yep. I think I actually wouldn't surprise me if it's Cody and John Cena.
But Cena doesn't win, obviously, does he?
I think he does. I
At
really.
Mania.
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah.
But when's he supposed to wrap it up? Is it Mania his last day? No?
December.
He wins, so yeah.
Yeah, he's going a full year. He's going a full year.
So let's be honest now. John Cena, whenever he's back in the ring, he's like the biggest jobber whenever he goes back in the ring. And it's obvious.
Have a good run this year. I think he's going to have a good run.
Yeah, I think it's because it's obvious. It's because look, he's a movie star now. He's in a load of roles. He needs to take it easy. I feel like Phil said, I feel like for this year he's putting everything on hold.
But he has no movies out this year.
Yeah, I think he's just more committed with WWE at the moment till December. So this will be the year of Cena, I say.
So he's on tonight, and he's on the Saturday night's main event that's coming up as well.
I do like I like Saturday Night Main Event actually.
Last time was actually quite good. I mean, I didn't think it was amazing, but it was quite good.
Yeah, I did like Jesse Ventura there too. It was nice.
Yeah, and that belt is always going to pop me.
Going back and Cena, we need to realize there's no going back from him because reports saying that he is back with the military haircut, the zero on the side, flat on top, as if he's bringing it back. Definitely stay around.
That's the way to do it.
And doesn't Kevin Owens have that old belt? Did he steal the Eagle belt?
Yeah, he still has it. It's weird because there's a ladder match with both belts over there. It's confusing to fans, but I think they should just get rid of that other belt and keep the Winged Eagle belt. Just get rid of it.
I feel like they're gonna do like something there. They're actually gonna make a new belt for the WWE belt, and it's just gonna be a mixture of the Monday one and the Eagle belt.
Yeah,
they could try and make
that's not bad. That's not a bad idea. Yeah,
it won't be a bad idea. Like, to be honest, when they released the modern day belt and it was just a massive W for WWE, it took me a while to grow on it. I was like, yeah, you know what? Wouldn't say it's my favorite belt, but it was like, yeah, it's gone. It's gone on me. But if they do something like that with the Eagle belt, just leave it a classic. Be perfect.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Right, guys, I'm just going to quickly go to some news in Cork. Rebel County Wrestling have announced Rebel Island, which is pretty cool. I like the post.
Clever idea. I give them that.
Yeah, clever idea indeed. So obviously Rebel Island is happening, guys, in February. It is happening, thankfully, before we go to Iceland, boys. So that would be a great one. Tickets are on sale, eventbrite.ie, and it'll be the first show where CBL defends his Rebel County Championship heavyweight title. It's going to be an interesting one, but make sure you grab your tickets right now. RCW, guys, it is the place to be in Cork. Also, OTT Local Rumble, that's happening in Dublin the same night as the Royal Rumble, guys. A lot of fans looking forward to that. I believe in Dublin there's a place screening the actual Royal Rumble afterwards as well. So if you're in Dublin, it's going to be a mighty weekend. But some of the names they have announced already for that Rumble, guys: Moose, Eric Young, Man Like the Reese, Karen Orr. The lineup is absolutely frightening.
Karen Orr was a great one to see because he's been out so long.
He had a really bad injury, yeah, but he's back with a bang, and he's in that local Rumble. So OTT, get your tickets ASAP for that one as well. Also, No Limits Wrestling, Hard Knocks, and of course Fight Factory as well, guys. There's many more shows being announced in due course, but do support Irish wrestling as always. It is the heart of wrestling in Europe. So, did you see as well? I'm going to go locally to a fellow Corkonian, Anita Vaughan. She's making some noise in England, boys. She's making some serious noise in England. She's obviously teamed up as well with Sapphire Reed as well. She's a former guest on WrestleSlam Sports Matters, but she's making a serious name in England, lads, and we are proud of Anita Vaughan.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah, no, it's legit. She is actually making a big name for herself over there. I think she's a local at this point, I have to say.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
is. And
in
she's
Germany a
making
lot as well.
huge.
She's in
Yeah,
Germany a
yeah,
lot as well.
she's incredible. She really is incredible. So I meant to say, obviously, new champion crowned. Obviously, we know that SmackDown. So Tiffany, congratulations. Um, oh yes, Phil actually predicted that she'd go on a run a while back, and now she is the champion.
It's now her time to shine. But as Matt said, though, it's hard to know will she lose it again at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
There's a rumor that Alexa Bliss is returning as well, but not tonight, but soon.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's been
everyone
away
said
a
the
while,
Royal
to be fair,
Rumble
hasn't
too.
she?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Royal Rumble is probably right. Yeah,
she's been posting videos of her training, so that implies that she is ready to come back. So, as we
She
all
gets
know,
a big pop too, surely, Alexa Bliss.
she'll get a big pop out of me anyway.
Yeah, she's people forget she's won it all. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
She's
Yeah,
won
so
it all.
she has a proud career. I will say I would like her to come back as her old gimmick, not the Bray Wyatt
Yeah,
possessed.
yeah, I agree with you. I think so too.
Because
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I love Alexa Bliss, been a huge fan of her, but she probably had the worst theme song in wrestling history, the Evil is Mine shit. Anyway,
yeah. Speaking of that gimmick, the gimmick of obviously Bo Dallas and the boys, have they dropped the ball a small bit with that?
I kind of what did I said this. I actually said it when it came on. I said give it a few weeks. I don't think they know how to utilize it. Um, the minute they came in the ring and had matches, I think people were gone. And I know it's a wrestling show and you have to wrestle, so it's very difficult.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, it
yeah.
is. It is. It is.
But I think people are not interested in that or that other group with Karrion Cross. I just think that's like it's gone on so long. It's just like what
I'm
I
s-
don't
I'm
know.
I'm still holding on for the Wyatt Six. I've been a huge fan of them the moment they came in. They had a great entrance, great comeback. Like you said, you'll hope worried they're going to drop a ball, but I really hope WWE won't do that with them because
Yeah,
they feel like they're going to go.
yeah.
Yeah, remains to be seen. Have you been checking on NXT as of late, Phil and Matt?
Um, I'm keeping an eye on it, but I don't watch it as much as I have before. But there is, I think Trick Williams is going to be coming up to SmackDown pretty soon.
Yeah,
Soon. Yeah.
I think
yeah.
so.
It's gonna be, I'm looking forward to see Chuck Williams coming on the roster, but it's gonna be weird just because you're so used to him being on NXT, and it'll take you a while to actually see him on the main roster. I
Yeah,
still love NXT up to today. I still feel like it's really tied up there with the roster,
their
the main roster. Anyway,
their women's division is probably the best women's division in all companies. They're all, and they're getting Jordan Grace in a few weeks' time as well.
Yeah, I've seen that. She's coming over as well.
Yeah, so
And speaking of people coming over to WWE from TNA and etc., just talks to Hardy Boys are coming back again.
yeah, they've signed a 1 year deal with TNA, I think, recently.
Was that recently? Was it?
Well, when I say recently, it's been a while since we had our show, so it's probably a few months ago now. But
sure.
I
Yeah.
can see the Hardy Boys come back for one more match in WWE.
But they could be bought out of that contract, couldn't they?
Realistically, I think so. Yes, if they
Yeah.
really want to, I think so.
I was just gonna say, if we're gonna talk about who's gonna come back at the Royal Rumble, I would love to see this now. Jerry, you know him quite well. I say quite well. Nick Nemeth. I would love to see him come back to the Royal Rumble because it's obvious now TNA and WWE does has a good relationship. So it'd be
Mm.
class to see him coming in with the title into the Royal Rumble.
I think
Obviously not gonna win the Royal Rumble, but he will actually come show up as Nick Nemeth, not Dolph Ziggler, I
I
say.
think I think Joe Henry's a banker.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah,
agreement. I think Joe Hendry's definitely coming out.
yeah, and I think Jordan Grace again for the women's one.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling that Joe Hendry's going to come back, but it's going to be like his debut in NXT. How he's just going to get in the ring and everyone just gangs up on him and he just gets tossed over over the top rope.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
It's a busy few weeks ahead, but it's all exciting stuff.
There is. Can we get an early prediction on the Royal Rumble, guys?
John
Phil,
Cena.
who
John
reckon
Cena.
who?
John Cena. 100%.
Matt?
Oh man, I don't want to copy and paste Phil, but I could see John Cena or I might change my mind at the next week's episode, Lance, if I'm going to be brutally honest. But I could say John Cena or, you know what, I might even say CM Punk.
Yeah.
Love to see him get a proper run in the WrestleMania. But again, as I do every year, I change my mind at the next show. So don't hold me to it.
Bookmark it now. I'm going to say John Cena this year and Braun Breaker next year.
Yeah. I'm going to say Drew McIntyre.
He is on a roll. He was very good recently. You don't know, like.
Drew McIntyre, he won obviously the WWE title, but it was probably at a really bad time. It was obvious lockdown was happening. He won it in front of a zero crowd, so you never know. He might get his proper moment now.
Yeah, exactly.
Remains to be seen. Right, we'll quickly go to TNA, guys. TNA has been as epic as ever. Phil, what's the lowdown on TNA your end? There's obviously been a lot happening, but it's obviously in a good place and a big fan base as always, my man.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing now is they're leading the Joe Henry versus Nick Nemeth match, the rematch.
Which Hendry could possibly win.
I would think he needs to win because the last time people were uproared. So yeah, like that'll be in 2 weeks' time. I actually looking forward to it. It should be quite good. And then you have the Hardys versus the Rascals in a first ever match.
Yeah.
Should be quite good. Jeff actually looks really impressive. He looks really well.
He's in the game. His head's in the game, like, which is great.
Yeah. There's a bit of negative though from TNA in the last week or two. A lot of people have been let go. Like so, Trent Seven, since we've been on last, is actually been released.
What's the reasoning behind that? Is it just travel issues, or is it just because
money? They asked for pay rises and they said no. There's 3 or 4 of them that are gone. Josh Alexander's wife is gone as well.
Which probably means he's going to go so next chance he gets.
3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe. There's a legit chance that he could be in the Royal Rumble.
He was pissed off as well that Scott D'Amore left that time, like when all that shit happened.
I think so too. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a big thing with TNA where they're trying to cost cuts, and I think Kushida's gone as well as the other guy. Yeah. There's a few of them. There's a few of them that asked for, and Rhino as well. Actually, is the other guy.
Yeah, they should really bring him back to fucking WWE. Rhino, he's a good guy, like.
Yeah, he definitely could do. I don't know. He might come back, but I know that he wasn't happy the last time he was there.
Yeah, I mean, then again, a lot of people wasn't happy with WWE, and they ended up coming back. So I would love to see Ronda come back myself.
I suppose the biggest news of TNA that I can say is the return of Tessa Blanchard.
Which is controversial in many ways for some people.
It's a massive deal, because she's apparently horrible. But I don't know now, because time heals all wounds, and they say all that kind of stuff.
But according to many reports, she's caused a lot of problems. But
in the past,
we don't know if that's true or not. Like,
but apparently, right now she's on watch by WWE, so they're keeping an eye on her to see how she does because they want her.
Yeah,
because she has a lot of name value and she's really good. It's just she's her own worst enemy. Also, as well, we might be seeing Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews return to TNA. Both men have gotten clearance from their visas,
which is big.
Yeah, so they'll be back in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So hopefully that happens. Do we get back to Matt Fax next week? Can we bring back the Matt Fax?
We should.
Well, I think it's about time to bring out retirement, to be honest. I think it's on popular demand. That's what I think of, anyway. Is that unpopular demand? I think it's unpopular demand.
Yeah. I'll bring back to Matt Fax next week. But yet again, we thank everyone for tuning our way, as always. It's good to be back. First show of the new year. We are rusty. We're looking forward to the next show. We'll have guests returning in due course. Matt will be hosting a few shows. I'll be hosting some shows. We're going to kind of rotate it. Anything that we can add to the show moving forward, let us know. But the guests do return in due course. If you want to come on the WrestleSlam podcast, just email WrestleSlam@outlook.com. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, and on TikTok. But yeah, that's it, guys. We as you said, it's good to be back on. We're looking forward to the Rumble, I suppose. We've got some great shows leading up to the Rumble incoming. We'll give our proper predictions, I suppose, very soon to the Rumble. And yet again, get your tickets now for RCW Cork, for OTT guys, local Rumble as well. For No Limits, Hard Knocks, and Fight Factory, plus more. Belfast as well, Titanic Wrestling, keeping in all that, guys. But from myself, Jerry Collin, from the one and only Phil Connolly, and from Matthew Murphy, we thank you for tuning our way. We are WrestleSlam, the podcast, brought to you by the Macoka Casino, Cork City. We'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.
We're back, baby!